Emilia. Let me know when you can hear me. I know it takes a second to get fully connected. Looks like you're in, but you're muted and your camera's off. So if you can click those.
There
All
we go. I used
right.
my phone this time, so it was something new.
Oh, it's a little different. Yeah. Did you get a haircut?
I did.
Looks good. Like
Thank
nice and
you.
fresh, nice and
Yes.
light. So tell me what you would say. I talked to your mom a little bit, but tell me what you would say is your main goal for today. So in this session, what would you say is going to be the most helpful to you? Because I know we
Okay.
also have to be kind of like efficient with time
Yeah.
because we have our performance. So
Yeah. I have never done a callback before, like ever. So I
yeah.
don't know what to expect at all. And she said that they were gonna have me read scenes with Pugsley,
Yeah,
but I
okay. Cool.
didn't find any like scenes that were long with Pugsley other than the
Got
one that
it.
with Lucas or like
Okay.
before Bold.
Mm-hmm.
So just kind of mom was just she's a little nervous, so she's like, I think we need to set up a lesson so you can run through your lines. But
Yeah.
good because I have no idea what to expect. So they said it could
Yeah.
1 to 4, but I don't need to be there the whole time.
Sure. Yeah.
I, just the process, I
Okay.
guess.
Yeah. Well, so callbacks. So the good thing is you already know they like what you did. And so
Yeah.
this is a chance for them to see. It sounds like they like vocally are happy with everything they heard. They just need to see you read with other characters. So
Mhm.
this is your chance to show them you interacting with someone else. So what you did is you prepared, you were like confident, you knew your focuses and everything as an individual. So now the interaction is going to be the key thing they're looking for. So you being open and observing and responding authentically is going to be the key element that they're looking for. They're also looking for, are you directable? If I give this person a comment, can they take that comment and adjust?
Okay.
So if your partner does something you're totally not expecting, respond to that. Be like, wasn't expecting that,
Okay.
but okay, now we're going this direction. So thinking kind of like, have you ever done any improv exercises or like
Mhm.
acting? No, okay. All right. So that's going to be really the focus here is being able to like think on your feet and adjust and be movable because you were so prepared and like so well,
Yeah.
put together that now they need to see that you're a little bit more flexible. So let's try an exercise first. This is going to be a simplified version of Meisner's repetition exercise. We're just going to say hello back and forth. You can say hello lots of ways. Like you're happy to see someone, like you're like, ew, who invited you to this party? I don't want you here. Hello, like I can't hear you on the phone, right? So lots of different meanings, even though we're saying the same thing. So I want you to watch and observe whatever you see in me, and you're going to try to respond to it. Uh,
Okay.
um, an acting teacher at the Georgia Theater Conference long, long ago told us think of it as like a ball of energy that you're tossing back and forth between yourself and your other actor or yourself
Okay.
and the audience if you're breaking that fourth wall. So think of this as I'm just authentically responding and connecting. Another Meisner
Okay.
principle is the words don't matter. So you're just focusing on what do I see in them and responding, reacting to that. Yeah. All
Okay.
right. So I'll start. Hello.
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 Hello. Awesome. So you got it. You picked
Yeah.
that up really
Yeah.
easy, right? So it's
Yeah.
just reacting to them, thinking of, okay, they did this. What's my instinctive reaction response to
Okay.
that, right? So now we're going to modify that. You're going to just make an observation. Now, the end goal is going to be, can I identify what I'm seeing in them emotionally? I feel like the simplest way to boil this down is like, did they like what just happened? Did they not? So sometimes I'll default to like, you liked that or you didn't like that. If I'm not sure, like, how to identify it, like, oh, you were offended. Oh, you thought that was funny, right? So trying to identify something like that. Meisner says if you don't know what to say, you just repeat the same words back to them. You can also, though, identify something like, oh, you leaned in, or you smiled, or you shrugged. Something like that could work as well. It could even be like, you're wearing glasses, right? So my rule is whatever you say has to be accurate in your mind. The other person might be like, I wasn't offended, but we're not thinking about ourselves. We're focusing on our partner and authentically responding to them always, identifying and then responding. All right. So you look deep in thought.
Okay. So hang on. So I am saying like your
Yes.
body language, your stuff. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So you could really say anything you want that's an observation about
Okay.
your partner. Yeah.
You look interested.
You tilted your head.
You did too.
You giggled.
You, I was gonna say you smiled. You took mine.
Aw. You were complimenting.
You were observant.
You shrugged a little bit.
You leaned forward.
You're very pleased.
You moved your hands up.
You thought that that was a little bit like awkward and funny because you got stuck.
Yeah.
You were affirming or confirming.
Yes. Um, this is hard.
Yeah, right. See, so making it, we as actors, we get stuck in our head. We're very like judging of ourselves.
Mhm.
But for this kind of thing, when you're reading a scene, the most important thing is you focusing on your partner and responding.
Okay.
Our instinct a lot of the time is I need to read these lines and do what I'm supposed to do.
Hmm.
But they might totally do something different. And it's not going to make sense if you don't go with them wherever they're going. So we're going to work on continuing that feeling of responding off of each other. Okay. So we're going to do an improv now. Do you want, let's have you be the person coming into the room. I'll already be in the room. Um, Now you have to decide. So, what is our relationship? How do we know each other? Are we sisters? Are we friends? Am I your counselor? Am I your neighbor? Am I your employer? Are you my employer? So, what's our relationship?
Okay. We just be friends. Let's be an
All
easy
right,
one.
we're friends.
Yeah.
And so you are coming in here because you need something from me. So, what are you coming to get? And it has to be something that like you really, really want or really need.
Um, Maybe I need to borrow an outfit for an
Okay.
event or
All right. So you have an event. And how do you feel about this event?
nervous about it.
Oh, you're nervous. Okay. And you're like, I have nothing to wear. I really need help. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're coming to get help from me. And we're going to improvise this scene. And you have to, no matter what I do, because I'm going to have my own stuff going on before you come in. So you don't know, am I in a good mood? Am I in a bad mood? Am I, working on something else? Am I super chill? And like, sure, you don't know what you're going to find when you get here, but we are friends. So I assume that you expect that I'll be happy to help you.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
so you come up with that circumstance coming in, and you have that purpose of, I need the outfit, and you get that
Okay.
outfit no matter what. All right. So that is your goal. All right. So you are going to come into the scene. So take a second, and then whenever you're prepared mentally and ready, you're going to go after it.
Okay. Dandy, I need to borrow an outfit. I have nothing to wear. I'm so stressed out about this event.
What event?
I have to go to a banquet.
Oh, that sounds fun. Very cool.
Are you okay?
Oh, yeah. I spilled paint on this priceless heirloom, and my mom's going to kill me. So I
Oh
have to fix
shoot.
it.
Sometimes you can try hairspray. Hairspray.
Hairspray. Really? Huh.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna try it. Thanks. Okay.
Okay, about
So
that.
yeah, you have an event?
Yes.
Banquet. What is the banquet for again? Shh.
I needed for an award, so it has to be something like really formal, and I just don't have anything to wear.
Oh, well, my mom had that big event, so maybe you could use her dress. You're a little bit
Okay,
smaller than her, but maybe we could belt it. Be kind
okay,
of cool. You could, it'd be like more youthful that way, I bet too.
okay. Do you have the dress?
Yes. Yes. Let's go get it. I will bring the plate with me.
Okay,
All right, here, try this one.
okay. Um, yeah, I'm not sure if this is the vibe I'm going for.
Oh, okay. Uh, choose this one. It's like kind of vintage, but you can make it work. What do you think?
Okay, okay, we're getting there. We're getting there.
Uh-huh.
Do you have something maybe in like a different color, like a green, maybe?
Uh, turquoise?
Okay, yeah.
Well, this one's kind of cool. It's like you look like a mermaid in it. Is that too formal?
I don't think so. Here, I'll
Oh,
try it on.
okay, try it on. Oh, wow.
Yeah, I-
Wow. You look good.
Thank
I think this
you.
is like an old one, like from when she was younger, but it looks really cute.
It's like a prom dress.
Yeah, right.
I think
I
this
can't
is good.
imagine why she kept it. I mean, it fits you perfect. So, yeah, I don't think she'll even notice that it's gone.
Well, I'll give it back eventually, obviously.
Okay. Well, you look amazing in it. And let's be real, I couldn't fit in it. So you kept it. I'm like, I won't tell. The end. Perfect. Great. So as you see, you come in being like, I'm going to get the dress. And then it was like a curveball. And you're like, oh, what's going on? Right. And so you have to figure out like, what's the fire in the room is what I
Mhm.
usually call it. So what is the thing that has to be dealt with first? And so if your thing is like, maybe it's less important than what you're doing right now. You seem really intense. Then maybe you focus on that, but then you can go back to what you're trying to get. But if you're trying to get something in a way that like isn't going to work, then you have to adjust tactics. So if you were like, hi, da, 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 and you're like, this is not computing, you're just like, I have something really serious right now, then you'd have to change tactics. You'd have to be like, okay, maybe if I help you, I'll get what I want.
Okay.
You could guilt trip me like, come on, I need your help. You're supposed to be my friend. So, like, thinking
Mhm.
about different ways you can still get what you want, but by reacting to the other person. You could like threaten me. We're supposed to be best friends. I never ask you for anything, and you can't help me with this, right?
Yeah.
Like, so you can try different tactics, but it always has to be focused on your partner and still keeping in mind where they're at, what they're doing, right? So
Yeah.
responding off of them authentically. All right, so we're going to take now the thing about cold reads is you have no idea what's going to happen. You have no idea what scripts you're going to get. You just go in blind. And that's just the way it is. You're going to
Yeah.
have a moment to like read through it, figure out what's happening. So you're going to have this circumstance. You're going to know who you are, who you're talking to. And you already know that. You're going to be talking to Pugsy. You, though, are going to have to figure out, when is this in our timeline? How do I feel about this person at this moment? And why am I here? If you have lines and you're there, the playwright, the screenwriter has a reason. Your character wants or needs something in this moment. There's a reason you're there. So,
Yeah.
what do you want and need in this moment? How do you feel about this person in this moment? They might be your best friend, but you might have had a huge fight. And right now, you're like, you are the most disgusting bug that I just want to squash. Right.
Yeah.
so, so
Right.
in this moment, how you feel about them, what you're trying to get from them, right? Why you're here, is there
Mhm.
significance to this time, to this place? You're going to figure out your circumstance. But then when you go in, you have that thing that you're like, this is what I want or need in this scene that's driving me as a character, but I still have to keep in mind reacting off of this person. So that's going to be essential for this. All right. So let's see. Let's get
I think
us.
that'll be really helpful because
Yeah.
obviously I'll be reading with a Pugsley that wasn't the Pugsley that I was originally with. And so like I don't even know who I'm gonna be reading with, so their actions are gonna be totally different. And so I think
Mhm.
that'll be really helpful.
Yeah, I think so too. So let's see. Hmm. All right. So let's see what we can find. Um, so I think this is just sort of like a fan fiction thing that someone wrote, but I think it'll work. Um, so what we know is Pugsley's sitting on the floor with a bunch of gadgets that look like they belong in a medieval torture chamber, and you are
Right.
sharpening a dagger.
Got it.
So
All right.
that's what's happening in this scene. That's what we know. All right. It's a little too long, so I'm gonna chop a little bit of it off. Okay. Perfect. All right. So I'll be Pugsley here, and then you'll be Wednesday. So we're just gonna do the best we can with it. I know that you'll be like looking at the script and me, but that's how it's gonna be in the audition as well. I had to do an audition, self-tape yesterday, and I had to read, and I had a reader with me, and I have to be performing to the camera and like keeping them in mind. So it's awkward. You like look down, read a line, deliver.
Yeah.
And I prefer that you look down and then you lift your eyes and deliver. So don't be like blah, 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 but like read it, say the line. Yeah. So even if there's like a slight hesitation, respond to them authentically, but give yourself a second to process. All right. What do you think, Wednesday? I call it the sardine catapult. Perfect for launching lunch across the room or at unsuspecting victims.
Charming. But why stop at sardines when you could launch something more permanent?
Like rocks? Or snakes?
I was thinking,
Hmm. But what if I run out of grenades?
then you improvise. A true artist always has a backup plan.
Hmm.
Speaking of plans, have you finished rigging Uncle Fester's chair with the electric whoopee cushion?
Almost. I just need to connect the battery pack.
Good. Uncle Fester deserves a proper surprise for stealing my scorpion collection.
Come with me. Great. Awesome. Good. Yeah. So another cool thing you can add, like, because you know that you're supposed to be like polishing a dagger, is you could be like doing that. You could like be there, like doing the thing, but then like it gives you something to do in those moments when you don't know what to do as well.
Right.
So sometimes I'll
It.
use that, like give yourself an
Okay.
activity to be doing as well. Like maybe you're planning on, you know, throwing this dagger at your uncle and scaring the crap out of him or something, and you're going to think it's hilarious, right?
Right.
All right. Um, mm, let's see. So this is with your mom, Morticia,
Okay.
but the thing about these is that you're not going to know what it is, right? And it's just reacting off of them. Um, let's actually redo this one first, but I'm going to give you a comment as if I'm the director, like giving you a note. So I'm going to
Okay.
say, can you do it like you're super bored and think Pugsley is so immature? But
Okay.
then the idea of using him to get back at your uncle just delights you. Yeah. So that's your note. What do you think, Wednesday? I call it the sardine catapult. Perfect for launching lunch across the room or at unsuspecting victims.
Charming. But why stop at sardines when you could launch something more permanent?
Ooh, like rocks or snakes.
I was thinking grenade.
Hmm. Yeah, but what if I run out of grenades?
Then you improvise. A true artist always has a backup plan.
Hmm.
Speaking of plans, have you finished rigging Uncle Fester's chair with the electric whoopee cushion?
Almost. I just need to connect the battery pack.
Good. Uncle Fester deserves a proper surprise for stealing my scorpion collection.
Mm. Fair. Good, nice. Yeah. So if they give you a comment and you might go like, I thought I already did that. So even if you feel that way, you have to adjust something. You have to show them that like, yes, I can take a note and I can adjust and I can change. That's really important. So taking the note is essential. All right. Now can we do it like you are furious at Pugsley because he's the one that was playing with your knife and made it dull and dirty, and now you have to sharpen it and get it back into shape. So this is you trying to punish him.
Got
All right. What do you think, Wednesday? I call it the sardine catapult. Perfect for launching lunch across the room or at unsuspecting victims.
charming. But why stop at sardines when you could launch something more permanent?
Hmm, like rocks or snakes.
I was thinking grenades.
But what if I run out of grenades?
Then you improvise. A true artist always has a backup plan.
Hmm,
Speaking of plans, have you finished rigging Uncle Fester's chair with the electric whoopee cushion?
almost. I just need to connect the battery pack.
Good. Uncle Fester deserves a proper surprise for stealing my scorpion collection.
Nice. Yeah, good. So it's similar, but it changes somewhat every time. Yes,
Yeah,
perfect. All right, so we're gonna try another scene with your mom just to keep practice with that cold read idea. So we are in the conservatory filled with exotic deadly plants, fly traps, snakes, and I'm trimming a rose bush. You come in with a small jar of ominous black liquid. And that is all
got
I
it.
know about this scene.
Okay.
Alrighty, it's kind of long, so I'm not going to send the whole thing. We'll start with this. All right. So you have the first one.
Mother, I need your opinion.
Hmm, of course, darling. Is it about the arsenic or the hemlock?
Neither. It's my latest experiment, a homemade truth serum. I'm debating whether to test it on Pugsley or Grandma.
Hmm. How delightfully ambitious. But be cautious if it's too effective. Pugsley might confess things you'd rather not hear. Hmm.
That's the point. If he's the one who released my tarantulas into the garden, I'll need to retaliate appropriately.
Hmm. Wednesday. Revenge is an art. Precision and elegance matter more than haste. Remember, a well executed plot leaves an impression.
You're right, Mother. I'll save the serum for
Hmm.
a critical target.
Nice. Yes, good. All right. So then, um, let's do that. You were given a science experiment assignment, and instead you decided to do this because you thought it would be more fun and practical because maybe your goal is to develop it to like sell to the FBI or something and become a billionaire. I don't know. So you have to come up with a
Okay.
motivation for why. So I'm gonna have you do it um Like your mother is your favorite person in all the world. And like your grandmama would be fun, but Pugsley makes your blood boil.
Right.
All right, let's
Okay.
try it.
Mother, I need your opinion.
Of course, darling. Is it about the arsenic or the hemlock?
Neither. It's about my latest experiment, a homemade
Oh.
truth serum. I'm debating whether to test it on Pugsley or Grandma.
Hmm. How delightfully ambitious of you. But be cautious. If it's too effective, Pugsley might confess some things you'd rather not hear.
That's the point. If he's the one who released my tarantulas into the garden, I'll need to retaliate appropriately.
Hmm. Wednesday. Revenge is an art. Precision and elegance matter more than haste. And remember, a well executed plot leaves an impression.
You're right, Mother. I'll save the serum for a more critical target.
Awesome. Great. And then let's try that. You actually are trying to slip it into her drink.
Okay.
So more sneaky.
Okay. Mother, I need your opinion.
Hmm. Of course, darling. Is it about the arsenic or the hemlock? Hmm.
Neither. It's my latest experiment, a homemade truth serum. I'm debating whether to test it on Pugsley or Grandmama.
Hmm. How delightfully ambitious. But be cautious. If it's too effective, Pugsley might confess things you'd rather not hear.
That's the point.
Hmm.
If he's the one who released my tarantulas into the garden, I'll need to retaliate appropriately.
Hmm. Well, Wednesday, revenge is an art. Precision and elegance matter more than haste. So remember, a well executed plot leaves an impression.
You're right, Mother. I'll save the serum for a more critical target.
Lovely. Great. All right. Yes. So you feel how it's modified each time it changes, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then let's try one more. So you can practice that just like cold read. So this will be with Uncle Fester.
Okay.
We're in the basement. Glowing liquids, Tesla coil cracking. Fester is tinkering with a homemade explosive, and you are watching him. So you'll have to decide why you're here and why you came here and what you wanted from Uncle Fester. Alrighty, so I have the first line. Behold Wednesday, my latest invention, the Electro-Boominator 5000, guaranteed to light up the room and then blow it to pieces.
The wiring's sloppy. If you're not careful, it'll denotate before you finish your evil laugh.
Ah, detonate.
Oh,
So blow
detonate.
up. Yeah, you're good. Try that line again.
Okay, okay. The wiring's sloppy. If you're not careful, it'll detonate before you finish your evil laugh.
Sloppy? Wednesday, you wound me. The wiring is. Whoa! A work in progress.
If you need a prototype tester, I suggest Pugsley. He's practically indestructible at this point.
True. But it's much more fun when he doesn't see it coming.
What's this? It looks unstable.
Nice. Yeah, good shift there on that last line. Nice. Like, what is this? Maybe I can use
Yeah.
this. Yeah. Nice. Good. I'm gonna give a little bit more of this scene in the chat. So let's start from that line. The what's this? Looks
Okay.
unstable. Okay.
What's this? It looks unstable.
Oh, that's Fester's goo of doom. One drop and it can melt through steel.
Interesting. Do you think it could dissolve a school cafeteria tray? Asking for research purposes.
Hmm. Absolutely. I'll give you a sample. Just promise to film the chaos for posterity, of course.
You're oddly inspiring, Uncle Fester. A reminder that no matter how absurd or dangerous, there's always room for creativity.
Oh, thanks, kiddo. Coming from you, that's high praise.
Don't let it get to your head. It might explode, literally.
Nice. Awesome. Yeah. So I get the feeling that you came down here in search of something to use. And then,
Yeah.
yeah, then you find it. And you're like, but then you're
Yeah.
like, but now I'm back to my old self. Now that I have what I want, I'm leaving.
Yeah.
Your head might explode, literally. Now that I
Literally.
have this.
Yeah.
Don't worry, we can reattach it. Yes, excellent.
Okay.
So, what would you say is your number one like key element that you want to take away? The thing that you're like, okay, I want to hold on to this, remember it, use it to help me in the cold read.
I kind of have two, but I think my number one is reading the body language
Mhm.
of the person I'm reading with. Because I could be reading with a lot of different Pugsleys, or I could be thrown in reading with Lucas or Morticia.
Yeah.
And so I think being able to adapt is going to be really crucial to getting the role. But
Hmm.
also just like if they ask me to do something, just making a change somehow. I think
Yes.
that, yeah.
Yeah. And then another thing I want you to keep in mind for each scene, know how you're coming in, like how you feel in that moment coming in, starting. Give yourself like a trigger, a reason that launched you towards this. So, like, I'm going to see my Uncle Fester in the basement because I just got a phone call and someone told me that this person at school spread a nasty rumor about me. So I'm going to get back at them. And I'm going to
Okay.
go to the basement and see Uncle Fester to find something that can punish them, right? So I go in because I'm angry with them and I want revenge, right? But then, like, by the end, I got what I want. So I'm happy. I'm like,
Right. Yeah.
right? So it needs to go somewhere. So it needs to be like you have that trigger that launches you into this. Why are you coming into this scene? Why are you here? And like what are you trying to get? What's driving you as a character at this moment? Now with the truth serum, maybe it's like you think it'd be fun and you also were like, I want to mess with my little brother because it'll be fun, right? So like maybe it's more like a mother, you're better at these things than me. Maybe you can help,
Okay.
right? And you'll
Mhm.
be proud of me because I'm doing botanically potion stuff, right? Or maybe it's it could be a totally different thing. You're going in because your mother was disappointed in you last week and you're trying to make her proud of you. So you're like earning her approval. So you can figure out like what's the trigger, the thing that is causing you to do this. How do you feel about it? What are you trying to get? And then having some kind of like shift. And I usually like to have a really strong beginning, middle, and end. So, like, I come in frustrated, and in the end, I'm curious. And by, like the middle, I'm curious. And by the end, I'm excited. Right. So it's like a
Right.
journey through, or it's like I come in fearful and then I'm sad. And then I am furious by the end. Right. Or I come in elated and then I'm shocked and horrified, and then by the end I am heartbroken and shattered, right? So that
Okay.
it journeys between things. So that's another thing you could maybe kind of use. So when you get the script, take a minute, read through it, figure out who am I talking to, where are we, how do I feel about this person, what happened right before this, what am I trying to get, and then try to make that very first moment and your very final moment super strong and impactful and leaving a strong impression.
Okay.
And it doesn't just stay the same because you're reacting off of them and you're allowing the scene to go different places. Yeah,
Hmm. Yeah.
cool. I think I have to let you go
Okay.
because you have
Thank
to
you.
go to your performance.
Really
Or
helpful.
your, yeah. But hopefully that's helpful. Hopefully you go in and just honestly like keep those things in mind, but ultimately have fun with it. Because if you're
Yeah.
having fun, they're gonna have fun watching you. They're gonna feel that. So go have a good time and just, really enjoy it. This is a chance for you to be acting with other people, to be creative, to create a world, to tell a story. And think of it as like a sense of play, like as little kids, you like make believe and you're like, I'll be this and you be that. And we're going to act
Yeah.
out a scene and like play. It's ultimately just like that. So you don't have to be nervous about it. Just go into your best and it's going to be a
Yeah.
good
I'm
time.
excited.
Yeah, I think it'll be great. So I know cold reads are scary when you haven't done them, but ultimately I think they can be really fun. And they're not expecting perfection. They're just expecting you to go in and show them your personality, show them a little bit of what you do with the character. So just go have a
And
good
the pug
time.
that I think I'm reading with is actually my prince to Cinderella. He got a call
Oh, so
back
you're
from
already like,
so it's like,
you know
I'm already familiar.
them, you're comfortable with them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. So it's like, I'm
Yeah.
not going in totally blind to kind of know who's
Yeah.
going to be there. I feel comfortable with these people. That's great. So then it's just
Right.
like reacting off of each other, playing off of each other, helping each other tell that story. Yeah.
Right.
Awesome. All right. Well, have a good time and let me know how it goes.
I will. Thank you.
All right. You're welcome. Bye, Amelia.